You know, I thought, I haven't done a subscription box review in a little while. And then the business gods of the universe said, yeah, and you're not gonna. That's it. That's my intro. Hi, I'm Amanda. You're watching Swell Entertainment. And today we're talking about a subscription box that I did not get. I didn't get it. I didn't plan on getting it. I intended to get it. I've tried to get it, fought for it, did my best. And then my patience was at zero. My patience is very low right now. It just is. It's at that point in the pandemic where my patience is non-existent. For those of you who don't know, I'm vaccinated. 2 members of my family got sick. One of them nearly died. And I'm still dealing with anti-vaxxers in my DMs. It pisses me off. I'm at that point. I'm past educating, belittling, we're at bullying. That's where I'm at, So my patience is non-existent with a lot of things right now. I do what I can to protect my peace, okay? Please get vaccinated. Thank you. Today we are talking about OuiPlease, okay? A French accessories subscription box that had been advertised to me on Instagram. Where else? So before I move on to talking about my experience with OuiPlease, I would like to draw a little bit of attention to Alexandria Ryan. She is another YouTuber who does, most of her channel is about subscription box reviews. So she's much more qualified to talk about them than I am at this point. But she also put out a box on OuiPlease from a year ago. And then one a month ago with the title, OuiPlease subscription, scam, lies, and theft, it's not over. Now, I have not watched this video yet. I was actually shown this video when I was doing research about trying to cancel my subscription with them, and it popped up on a Reddit post. So I watched like maybe 2 minutes of it, and then I was like, you know what? No, this is gonna make me angrier, and I just want to share my own experience with this company and not be like influenced by hers or anything like that. So I will link both of her videos down below if you would like to actually see openings of these boxes, because I don't have them. They never sent them to me. I didn't get the nearly $300 worth of Oh God, okay. The Instagram account for OuiPlease says, female founded, female run, get the premier French subscription box. Shipping to US and Canada. Get France at your doorstep. I need a refund on my dyslexia tutoring. Their feed's very pretty, very aesthetic. And my whole thing lately is I'm trying to kind of rediscover my personal style. And I've tried style subscription boxes before. If you go and check my videos from, 2018, I think is the last one I did. Dress look something. I did one of those fashion subscription boxes. I did not like it. I didn't like how they handled my money. They charged my card in secret twice. And they were like, it's temporary. And I'm like, you didn't approve this charge. Like, you're lucky I had money in the account. Thank you. And that was when my finances were toilet level. I've been trying to rediscover my personal style, and I do like a lot of the French beauty aesthetic and things like that. It's simple, it's chic. I like that a lot because I often dress like a librarian. It's not a large leap for me to just kind of move into a more stylish librarian look that wears red lipstick all the time. Not a large leap for me. It would be an easy switch. So I was like, you know what, this might be a fun way to kind of look into more French beauty products and French beauty accessories and things like that. So I was like, okay, cool. And in June, the advertisement they had sent for me was, there was a discount. I got it for, I want to say 25% off. When I'm planning out a review of a subscription box or a product or any service, it's better for me budget-wise, because I am still on a budget, to try and buy in relation to when there is a sale going on or whatever, because I still get the same product, but it's less of a dig into my business budget. Because remember, a tax write-off does not make it free. Logging into my banking app, you don't get to see. So I placed my order for my box June 21st of 2021. It is now September 17th at the time of me recording this. Charged $112.50. The only style preference that it had me fill out was for which of the bags I wanted. There was one that was like a kind of like dusky rose color, and then one that was mostly white, and I just had to pick which one I want. I never got the box. I just got like a welcome email, but like there was no like order number or anything like that. Kept not letting me log in. So I had to go log in and, change my password several times. And every time I logged in, it kept telling me that I needed to fill out my style preferences. I still needed to do that. However, every time I did that, it was still once again asking me if I wanted the mostly white or the mostly rosy color bag. Every single time. I kept refilling it. And I just kind of forgot about it. I knew it was a bi-monthly box, but I just kind of forgot about it. Again, like I said, a lot of stuff has been going on. It wasn't until I was checking my bank account and I saw that on August 20th, 2 months later, that I was charged $150. That's the actual price of the box. That's fine. I knew that was eventually going to come if I didn't cancel my subscription. The subscription box model is not scalable. It's just not. I would say one of the few subscription box models that have done well is FabFitFun, but even then, a majority of their sales, if you go and look through their boxes, I'm still subscribed to FabFitFun. I do like the variety of products I get. I like it's for gifting and things like that. I do still pay for my box. I'm not one of their ambassadors or anything like that, but you can see that, some of the products have, I don't want to say diminished in quality, but I mean, it's a lot more indie brands now than it was previously. They used to get a lot of name brand things and things like that. A lot of their products are kind of on Ipsy's level now, which isn't bad. It's just, just a change that I've noticed. But even then with FabFitFun, the way that they are able to maintain their business structure is by offering sales, add-ons, and things like that. So there's always a period before your box gets sent out where you can go and add on things and you can pay for extra things to be added to your box, and they curate those and all of that. I'm sure they're buying those things at cost, or they're getting a discount from suppliers to be featured in the boxes, whatever, who knows, okay? But I know that the box itself, the subscription box itself, is not a scalable business model. That's something that's been said for a while. So it's not uncommon for subscription boxes to be peddling you emails daily, multiple emails a day, trying to get you to buy other things from them. However, I have an issue with it when you're doing that, but then also not sending me what I'm owed. So the very first email I got was not a welcome. It was just, Francis coming to your doorstep very soon. There's nothing information about my account charge or anything like, oh, here's your order number, none of that. Thank you for subscribing to OuiPlease. Francis coming to your doorstep very soon. As you may know, we ship all OuiPlease boxes in batches. Here's how it works. We have a shipping cycle every 2 months from when the current box is announced. We ship all at once. We do not stagger shipping. You'll be notified 3 times. Once your label is created, once your package is shipped, and once it has been delivered. You can learn more about the shipping process here, and then COVID details. Please make sure to confirm your shipping and billing address are correct before logging into your profile here, which I had done multiple times. Then I got another one the same day, another one a different day. I've deleted a bunch of the advertisement ones because I was just like, they're just clogging my account. Like I said, I had logged in multiple times to confirm which of the bags that I wanted. And sometimes I was like, okay, maybe this one's out, and it just doesn't know how to tell me, like it's not coded properly, the website, there's an issue there. So I went in and sometimes I would click the other one. Just click the other bag. See what it did. They never gave me any other options, never like, oh, which lipstick do you want? It was just the bags. I was like, okay, fine, just send me something. Never got anything saying, hey, here's your order. I got another email on August 13th telling me that I needed to customize my bag. Telling me once again to choose the Leo Milk or the Leo Sienna for my weekend bag selection. I did that at least 6 times. At least. I clicked one or the other at least 6 times. So that's August 13th. Okay, August 8th. I missed this email because it was just sandwiched in the middle of all their other emails, and I just over my head. My bad, okay? I would have been pissed if I saw this and I hadn't received the box yet. As a kind reminder, your card on file will be charged for the amount of $150 in approximately 10 days for your OuiPlease bi-monthly subscription. If you have any questions or need to update the card on file, simply click here. Et voila! Get ready to receive France at your doorstep in no time. Merci beaucoup. Heart emoji. This is like basically the same message that I had gotten the first one with the same logo. Get ready, France is coming to your doorstep soon. But first, so either way, whether the box that I paid for in June, and I just was never going to receive that, whether that was the case. Because when I finally messaged them, customer service, and it was after I got the charge on the 20th, okay, when I saw the charge, it looks like I was actually charged on the 19th, but on the 20th is when I finally reached out to them. When I did that, they always spoke as if I was having 1 box on its way. There was never 2 boxes in play. So either I don't get my first box until after I've paid a second time, in which case, horrible business practice, bad, because how do I know if I want to pay for a second box if I haven't gotten the first box yet? Either way, that is scammy and bad. That's not good. Someone's gonna be like, yeah, but like, does not matter. That is bad business practice. Your customer does not know if they like the product yet, and yet you're charging them for another one. You're locking them into another one. And I do mean locking in. And yes, they gave me 10 days notice, but my point still stands, okay? I should have been able to be sent my box anyway. And again, Here we go. Let me go into the first questions I have. End date when canceled, $150 every 2 months. Start date, June 19th. So even they have my start date is June 19th. They have my address. Everything is correct. They can't say that they sent it. Everything on my address is correct. My phone number is correct. Email's correct. Everything. August 20th. Never got my box. Hello, I have never received any box from OuiPlease, yet I have been charged for my membership twice, and then my name. So then right after that, I got the notification that they had received my request, and then I got an email back. Hi Amanda, thank you for reaching out to OuiPlease. Our volume 5.6 edition box is now scheduled to ship in September. I can confirm I have received your selection of the Gabrielle tote included in this edition and have added your preference to your order. As soon as a shipping label is created for your package, you will receive a separate email with tracking info. If you would like to receive this box sooner, I can have my fulfillment team curate a special box filled with wonderful items from our past and current editions as your volume 5.6 edition box. Let me know your thoughts. Since you have a bi-monthly subscription, I suspended your account to assure your card is not billed prior to receiving any pending boxes. This puts your account on hold. You can reactivate it at any time by logging into your customer portal, or if you prefer, I can gladly assist. That was the 23rd that they finally got back to me. I replied on the 30th because I was still confused. I was just lost. I was like, this didn't really answer my question. It really didn't. And I was still charged. So I replied back to just the email thread and I said, I'm trying to understand. I have not received a box at all. However, I have been charged twice. Once when I made my account in June and on August 19th. Again, I have not received a box at all. Aren't I owed 2 boxes since I've been charged twice for a bi-monthly membership? Another reply on the following day. Thank you for reaching out to OuiPlease. Our volume 5.6 edition box, which is the first in your bi-monthly subscription, is to begin shipping late September. I can confirm I have received your selection for the Gabrielle tote included in this edition and have added your preference to the order. As soon as the shipping label is created, since you have a bi-monthly subscription, your card will be billed every 2 months for your next order. To assure you are not billed prior to receiving your box, I have suspended your membership. Again, already did that. When you are ready to resume, you can log in. Again, all this information, just a copy and paste of at least just the second paragraph. The only thing that really was changed is the first sentence that said, the first box of my bi-monthly subscription is being shipped late September. I messaged them again that says, hi, I'm getting a little fed up. No one is telling me, I just want a date. Just give me an estimated date of whether or not I'm getting 2 boxes and when it's going to be shipped, because I'm getting frustrated. I don't want to cancel my account. And also when I do these things, I don't say oh, I'm a YouTuber, I'm reviewing it, because then that gives them one, it sounds like a threat. And 2, it could change how they operate. And, that's pointless if I'm trying to review the product and the business. So yeah, I don't say I'm a YouTuber doing this, okay? But I always use the Swell Entertainment email. So if anyone wanted to look, they could figure it out. I would like an update on my shipment. I'm getting frustrated. I subscribed back in June. I was charged again in August. I have received nothing. This is now the 3rd time I've tried to get a reasonable answer, because the first message and the second message, this is the 3rd time, to when I am going to get what I am owed. All that was done was my account was put on pause. This does nothing to amend the $300 I have given you in exchange for nothing more than a headache. So I was really upset at this time. I was also sleep deprived. I could have handled this better. This is on me. I'm not in the mood right now, okay? I am this close to filing a chargeback with my bank unless I get an estimated time of when I will get the 2 boxes I am owed. This is their response. Thank you for reaching out to OuiPlease. Our volume 5.6 edition box is to begin shipping mid-October. Remember before, they told me late September. Now it's moved. And I didn't get any notifications oh, your box is being shipped then. And if you're burying it in your advertisement emails, that's not fair. That's also bad practice. Anyone whose money you have control of in that moment, okay, if I give you money for a product and you are changing the shipping time of that product, you should be sending out separate emails notifying your buyers, your customers, of when they will be getting what they have paid for. That's what should be happening. I can confirm I have received your selection for the Gabrielle tote included in this edition and have added your preference to your order. As soon as the shipping label is created for your package, blah, 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 blah. Again, the same shit. If you'd like to receive this box sooner, I can offer to have a team curate a special box including some of our wonderful items. Again, that's not my hi, send me whatever you have left over. No, that's not what I'm asking. I am simply asking, give me a date. When am I going to be shipped my box? Am I owed 2 or not? Please feel free to reach out with further assistance. I think I missed where they had changed it from September to October, because I said, for the love of God, this is the same message I got last time. I am owed 2 boxes. Refund my money. I am over this, Amanda. And I left in the scent from my iPhone because I think I was in my car like, I don't know what I was doing, but I was fired up over French products. Hi, Amanda. I would like to extend my sincere apology about the shipping delays and truly appreciate your continued patience as we work on getting all of our products delivered to our facility. Nothing to worry about. I can confirm your account is fully canceled on my end and no additional charges will process onto your card. Unfortunately, since all sales are final, due to the nature of our business, we are unable to process refunds for your orders. This is stated under our FAQs. Customer has signed up for a subscription wherein every 2 months her credit card will be processed for the next box in her subscription. 2 weeks prior, customers receive email notifications reminding of the upcoming payments. Should they want to cancel or suspend membership to avoid payment from processing, per our terms and conditions, all sales are final. The customer is responsible for any charges prior to their cancellation of the account. We apologize for the inconvenience. Merci, all of that. And then that was my last communication with them. Let me think of the wording here. Let me plan this out. We can put this on me. You know, we can do that. We can put this on me. I should have read through the FAQs better. However, wasn't made aware of that. You know, I wasn't going to search for the FAQs because I just saw an Instagram ad and I was like, okay, cool. This could be a good review. And I bought it. And, you know, I try to encourage, you know, you guys to be informed consumers. So, you know, this is on me. I did not read the FAQ. That's on me. 100%. However, I don't like the business model. And you know what? Maybe there's nothing quite wrong with it. Maybe this is just me being annoying. Could be that. It could all be me. And I could have the problem with the bi-monthly membership and being charged 2 times for 1 box. You know what? Really quick, let me do a little math. Let's total up everything that's gonna be in this box. Just under $300, okay? For this box. 1 box. The volume 5.6 box. So let me total everything up and we'll see what it comes to. Because typically the thing with subscription boxes is that you pay and then the value you get is way more than what you paid. It's part of the bonus, the perk of a subscription box. So let me do this. Oh wait, this is the 5.5 box. Ooh, this is different. Okay. When was the 5.5 box implemented? Okay, this one's different. So again, 5.6. That's what I was supposed to be getting. However, this is the 5.5 box. So when were charges started? Because this is choose your weekend bag for mine. Yeah. So fine. 5.5. Okay, this is the 5.5 box. So that's what the spoilers are for. So I'm going to tally all this up and we're going to see where we're at. Oh, and even then it still gives me the option to order this box. Okay, so we've got a bag, $80. We've got a face and lip scrub, $45, $40, $15, $24, $60. $299 for everything in the volume 5.5 box. Now again, that's not the 5.6. Maybe there's more. But the point of a subscription box is that you're spending less and you're getting more. That's part of the point. That's why it's not scalable. That's part of the problem. And it's not just like, well, this one's different. No, then it's not worth it. I'll just go and buy the products, then deal with this headache. I would just go do that. I'd review the products separately. As far as the shipping and the comment about having difficulties getting things to, sorry for the delays with getting things to our facilities, whatever. They didn't tell me that. They never said they had issues with getting product for the boxes. They never told me that in the other emails. Never did that. They wouldn't be the only one. There's a flippin' book shortage about to happen here in the US, okay? There's a variety of industries and stores and businesses that are suffering right now with the supply chain being a mess and a half right now because of COVID and a variety of other issues. If you had told me that, if you had been honest, anything, or even just not even honest, told me literally anything that was usable information other than a random estimate of when things were gonna be going. And again, end of September to mid-October. Those are 2 different times. 2 different times. That's the difference between 4 and 8 inches. That's the difference, okay? Trying to make myself laugh right now. That's how I'm calming myself down.
In case anyone is wondering, well, what could they have said to you? What could they have done? Here is another company that I have in fact been critical of in videos from OuiPlease, okay? I ordered their Always pot. It was originally supposed to be sent out end of September, and they started having some logistical issues with filling orders. So what did they do? They sent me a separate email letting me know that there was going to be delays. That is all OuiPlease needed to do, was send out an email alerting me to the delay.
My point is, it's like just it's not even just transparency with your customers. You have to communicate. That's how businesses run. And that is my problem with this. So again, The no refunds thing, that doesn't work for me. I never receive my product, and maybe I will receive the product, but I'm still requesting the charge. If they want me to send it back after I receive it, if they want to just cancel the whole thing and I receive nothing, fine. I already issued a chargeback with my bank. I don't like this, and I don't like that this company had control of my money for any bit of time, okay? And the reason I'm telling you about this, even though I don't have a physical box to review for you, is that I am pretty well off right now. I'm doing great. I'm doing good, okay? And I'm pretty responsible with my money, aside from buying random things on Instagram ads. But even then, I do it to do reviews. I'm not just buying things because it's like, oh, I wanted a sky lamp in my apartment, even though I got lights coming from the street. Like, I don't do that. I do it because I'm going to make a review on something. And therefore, I have a budget set aside for my business expenses, as in products for videos. Meaning, why is my bathroom light on? I have the attention span of a gerbil. Right now, I can afford to have $300 in limbo because I have budgeted for a chunk of money to be business money, okay? Money that goes back into my YouTube channel and the like, okay? However, the typical consumer does not have that. You just don't. I'm assuming my typical viewer doesn't have that. I would hope you all have emergency funds, but even then, my emergency fund wouldn't be going to a subscription box that I'm not gonna get. I'm making this video to just explain to you, at the very least, maybe you're like, hey, this stuff still looks good. This still seems worth it to me. Good for you. But at least now you know. This is what I dealt with. It was infuriating. Again, I'm linking Alexandria's video down below. Please go check it out. She seems very agitated in at least the thumbnail and the 2 minutes of the clips that I saw. So I'm assuming she has not had a better experience with this brand than I have. When I started looking into what the deal was with the delays and shipping times and all of that, and again, they weren't just saying like delayed shipping times, they were just giving me a general idea and then expecting that to be enough with another automated message. That's not communicating. That's just not communicating with your customer. And they can't communicate with everyone. That's what a customer service department is for. They communicate with anyone who has an issue. Hi, I have an issue. I need to go take a nap. I need to go pet my dog. He's taking a nap right now. Jealous as hell. When I started more research into OuiPlease, because I'm thinking like, okay, maybe I'm not the only one who's having issues. So I started looking it up and I found a variety of Reddit pages on a variety of subscription websites and specifically subscription subreddits talking about how they heard rumors that at the end of, 2019, OuiPlease was already having issues with getting products for their boxes. At this point, it's not learning from your mistakes, if that is the case. Again, random post on Reddit. Could be false. However, based on what I've seen, okay, and again, pandemic or not, there are certain, when you're dealing with people's money, it's like, hey, we can only take a certain amount of boxes. They're still trying to sell boxes. They're still trying to fill these orders. And before anyone says like, oh, you're not getting this box, you're getting the next one. No, they're advertising the one that I got. Or they're advertising the one before me. So if I'm not getting the box that I got, why would the people before me get the box that they got, you know? Because there's already an issue. But they're still advertising both boxes. And so I don't like it. I have a problem with it. I'm not a fan of it. I don't like the business practice. I don't like the blasé attitude about dealing with people's money and like, oh, it's my lack of patience. Like, no, I don't like it. Yeah, I don't have patience right now, but I think it's warranted. And sorry I'm taking it out on this brand, but I don't like how you handled my money. My bank is giving me the money back. It's gonna be joint, okay? Sorry. So the definition for bi-monthly, yes, I looked it up. It's pissing me off now. Bi-monthly, according to Google, done, produced, or occurring twice a month or every 2 months. So when I hear bi-monthly subscription box, I assume that I'm getting a box every 2 months. I don't think that that's illogical for me to think. Because sure, if I am getting a box, like $300 worth of products for $112, pretty good deal, in my opinion. I mean, you look at other subscription boxes, there's way better pricing changes and for what you get. But I mean, considering what the products are getting and the fact that, you know, they're quote unquote French products, you know, may not be easy for me to get them here in the US. Makes sense, okay? Also, side note, it's hard for us to get products from the US. That's your whole business model, is you're getting French products for people in the US. That's your whole business model. That's your whole pitch. Figure it out at this point. God. Should have made it more clear on the website, not just under the FAQ section, because if I knew I was just gonna be charged bi-monthly for one box, that's dumb. Just dumb. I'm done. I'm gonna end this here. I need to go calm down. I need to go for a walk. Touch grass, maybe. That's gonna be it. Have you had a bad experience with the subscription box? Is there any other subscription boxes that you want me to try so you don't have to, so that I'm the one who has their money in limbo? Have you ever tried OuiPlease? Have you ever actually received a box from OuiPlease? Is this me making this video reminding you that you have money floating around in the ether and that you haven't received a box from them? Let me know. Comment down below. Reminder, I have a podcast talking about shenanigans. I have merch. Shout out to my patrons. Thank you so much for supporting me on Patreon. If you'd also like to support me on Patreon, that'll be listed down below. If you'd like to follow me on all my social media, that'll be all up here. And that's going to be it. Have a lovely day. Goodbye. Just communicate. That's all it is. Send me an email. Hi, I'm sorry. There's a delay in the shipping. You won't be getting this box till then. All it would have taken. That's it.
Thank you. Alan, Alexis, Braden, Cameron, Christopher, Chris, Cody, Colton, Crash PC, Destiny, Devin, Dirty One, Don, Elliot, Evan, Feckles, Hopeless, Hollow, Jessica Ray, Joe, John M, Jordan, Joseph, Kenny, Kevin, Kim, Kristen, Lex, Lamb, Lisa, Louise, Manga, Matt O, Matthew S, Meme Lord the Red, Michael, Jane, Nathaniel, Pat, Penn, Prologue, Rob, Robert, Ross, Sam, Skylar, Simon, Tasha, Timothy, Tom, Wendy, Williams, Zendry.